In today's video, we're going to be filming the Fold 1 by Velotric. Okay, we're on the Velotric Fold 1 and we are currently riding the bike without any pedal assist at all. This is a pretty light bike, so it's pretty easy to pedal without any pedal assist. I'm on gear 3 and very easy to pedal this without any assist at all. But that's not why you buy an e-bike. You buy an e-bike so you can get some help. So let's go ahead and put it in level 1 here. All right, level 1 gets us to right around 14 miles per hour. Level 2 is at 16 miles per hour. Level 3, 19 miles, 20 miles per hour in level 3. All right, we're in level 4 and we're getting 23 miles per hour. Now we're on level 5. Let's see what we can get as a top speed. All right, here we are on the flat part of the ground. I'm pretty sure we're going to be hitting 28. Yep. 29. 30. So 30 miles per hour, pretty good. And it's holding that top speed. Very impressive. Yeah, the riding position on this bike is excellent for me at 6'2". Now I'm not getting full leg extension, but I also don't have the seat all the way up. I'm in like a comfort mode right now. Now I am still getting a little bit of resistance up here in these top speeds, but really you can just sit here and just pedal to reach your speed. You don't even have to put very much effort into it. It's got a cadence sensor, so it doesn't need you to push harder to go faster. You can just pedal lightly and it'll increase speed. So still get a little bit of a workout, but not overdoing it here, especially when it's going to be in the 90s to 100s here soon. I won't have to worry about putting too much effort into my bike riding. All right, so let's go ahead and turn around here, and I'm going to do a throttle only test now. So this is throttle only, and I felt it kick out right at 28 miles per hour. So they got you limited on your speed with just the throttle. I didn't feel it cut out when I was pedaling, but it probably still could have, but I got resistance at those upper speeds, so I can keep pedaling to make it go a little faster. It's a pretty good pedaling experience on this bike. My other Velotric, the Discover 2, excellent pedaling experience. This one is right up there with that as well. The only thing that this lacks is a torque sensor, but you don't always need a torque sensor. I actually prefer a cadence sensor sometimes. So we just went up a slight incline there, probably about a 5% grade, throttle only, and it handled it pretty good. Now it's not going to give you super fast acceleration. You don't always need that. Yeah, this display is pretty accurate. We're looking at like 1 mile off from GPS. And throttle only, we're getting about top speed of 25 miles per hour, which is good. Now they do provide you a bell if you need to let anybody know that you're coming. This bike would be excellent on a bike trail. I don't think you'd have any issues. The battery's pretty sleek. pretty stealthy. So I myself am learning to appreciate the step-through frames because a few weeks ago I injured my knee climbing up a ladder. I don't know what I did, but I did something to it. It's a whole lot better than what it was. I've really learned to appreciate having this step-through frame, making it really easy for me to get on and off the bike. I know a lot of people have a preference, but I think this is one of the best looking folding e-bikes on the market right now, and it's still at an incredible price. And now because of the tariffs that are going on with electric vehicles, we are definitely seeing that impact the e-bike industry already. And Velotric had to increase the price of this, so the price was a whole lot less than what it is now. There's nothing you can really do about that. So I wouldn't be surprised if more and more e-bike companies raise the price of their electric bikes, which kind of sucks for all the consumers. So if you're looking to buy an e-bike, I would jump on it ASAP. Prices are gonna just continue to go up like everything else. You can thank our awesome president for that one. All right, now how does this bike do on hills? Well, it's not gonna be the best hill climber. You're gonna have to probably pedal on some of the steeper hills. But we'll use throttle only here on this hill right here, which is a 6% grade. And then the next one is an 8% grade, just to kind of give you an idea of how well this thing does climbing hills. Now I'm going to try not to pedal unless I have to. So we're at the 6% grade right here. As we get up to the school bus sign. And we made it up at 12 miles an hour. Oh yeah, this is barely making it up to 8% grade. Yeah, we are gonna definitely have to pedal. Gotta change gears here, which I should have did before I even got to the top of the hill. So it cannot climb an 8% grade hill on its own. Now, after riding the Velotric for the last couple of weeks, testing it out thoroughly, I can honestly say that this is a stellar e-bike to purchase. The folding step-through Velotric Fold 1 is an awesome e-bike for all-around e-bike riding on trails, streets, off-road, you name it. This bike can do it all. It has an integrated rack in the back for cargo, so if you want to put a bag or a basket or something like that, you can do that. You can also get child seats and all kinds of different things. So this is an all-in-one e-bike at a very good price. It folds into a very tight package. With the fat tires, you'll get a good, comfortable ride, but they're grippy, so you can also ride this off-road. Not super loud tires, which is really nice to see. This has a lot going for it. Velotric's a really good brand. They make very good quality bikes. Now, one of the big things that I noticed right off the bat were the folding mechanisms, and those are really, really nice and beefy, so that can ensure that these are never going to come undone when you're riding the bike. And I like that from a safety standpoint. You're never going to have to really worry about this thing ever folding on you when you're riding it. Now, that also means that they're going to be sturdy and hold up longer. Some of these folding mechanisms don't last too long if you use them a lot, but this one right here is super well made, very beefy, and it just, it just clicks into place and it feels really sturdy. That's a nice thing to have and not have to worry about your bike. Also, with those levers, it's really easy to pull, unfold, and fold the bike in, as well as the handlebars folding down. I like the style of handlebars that they have here. They're not super tall. The frame design is just actually really cool. So it's got a pretty short stem here. Sometimes you see those really long ones on other e-bikes. I actually have one right over there. But this one right here, not that tall. Now, I have it on the highest setting. to make my handlebars raise higher. But if we flip this little latch here, I mean, it goes down pretty low and it's pretty compact. So that's nice. So you can always put that down when you're folding the e-bike as well. And I like the swoop on the handlebars, so they're not straight across. They kind of have a swoop there. That looks really nice. That brings some style to the fold, and I think that really sets it apart from other folding e-bikes. I really like the way they look. The hydraulic brakes, amazing touch. Nice that they put them on there. They are no-name brakes, so I don't know how well they're going to hold up, but they do look a lot like Tektro hydraulic brakes, both the lever and caliper. So I never have any issues with these hydraulic brakes. They're pretty easy to maintain. All you have to do is put a little bit of mineral oil in it when you have to bleed them, but that doesn't happen very often. Maybe every 500 to 1,000 miles you may have to bleed your brakes, but that's it. And that's on every e-bike with hydraulic brakes, and it's a super simple and easy process. Having these compared to the traditional cable brakes, these are a big step above those. Now the Velotric also has a front headlight and a rear tail light. The front headlight is very nice. It is pretty big, has a really nice beam, 2 LEDs right here, and it does really light up the road when you're riding. I always suggest adding another headlight just for a safety standpoint, so you can have one up high and down low. This will get you through a night ride if that's all you have. I do like that they have metal fenders on here. Those are going to last a little bit longer than the plastic ones, but the drawback to them is they make a little bit of noise if you go through gravel or you kick up rocks or anything and it hits that. You're going to hear a little clingy noise. It does have front suspension with a lockout and a preload adjustment. Now this is just a lockout. It doesn't have any adjustments on it, so you're either getting suspension or you're not. They do provide a lot of comfort when you're riding, but they will bottom out if you hit a huge pothole. So that's something to keep in mind. A lot of the times you don't always get that, especially in this price point. So it's nice to see that they included that. And it does have some mounting points here for a front basket or rack. As you can see here, the frame design's a little different than you've ever seen before. So it's got like a little welded piece right here that goes across. It kind of makes a triangle shape there. A nice touch to make it a little bit different and more rigid, giving you a little bit more strength to have that pipe welded on there. So they're really taking the time to make sure their bikes are polished and making sure the riders are safe. Down here on the frame, you're also going to see some mounting points here for a water bottle or anything else that you would want to put here. They make bike locks, different accessories. So you could put a bottle cage there to have water, and you have 3 different mounting points. So you can either have it up here or down low, depending on where you want it. Sometimes if you have it up here, you might kick it when you step through. Sometimes when you have it down here, you might be harder for you to reach. So you kind of have a choice there, which is a nice thing to see. Down here we have our big sprocket, and I think this is one of the reasons why this bike has such a nice pedaling experience. Is this seems a little larger than most. Has a set of folding pedals as well, so you just push those in and either fold it up or fold it down. The Shark style battery back here, I personally think this is the better setup. The ones with the rails that you have to slide down, those can always be a pain in the butt, and the rails come off and the screws fall off, and just that is not my favorite. This is pretty cool because it's not mounted inside the frame because of the step-through and how thin the frame is. They had to come up with a different solution. The Shark style battery is definitely the preferred battery for mounting because it is easy to take off and put on. Now we'll step down here, and they have a budget tourney derailleur, which is pretty standard. You'll see that on a lot of low-end e-bikes, so that's really the only thing on this bike that I think is a drawback. But the tourney derailleur does work fairly well. I would have liked to see like the Altus on here maybe. Maybe in the Fold 2 they can upgrade this component. But of course this is a really budget e-bike. For what you get, it is probably one of the best budget e-bikes out there, to be honest with you. And we do have a derailleur guard, which is nice to see. Allows for the derailleur to be safe during shipping as well as when you're riding the bike. So if you come up next to a curb or you just accidentally kick this or knock the bike over, you don't have to worry about your derailleur getting bent and all messed up. So I like to see that. The rear rack is integrated into the frame. It does have a load capacity of 120 pounds, so quite a bit of weight it can hold. You're not going to be able to put a full-size adult back there, but you could ride a teenager back there or a pretty heavy load of cargo or groceries. Really, what I'm saying is you're probably not going to weigh that down very much. It does look like they have some more mounting points here for possibly other accessories. I believe they have a passenger kit for this bike, so you can have certain things mounted there. Now here is the tail light, and that tail light is a brake light as well. So on a budget e-bike, it's nice to see that it has a really nice headlight and a really nice tail light. And then the rear fender is also metal. It wraps around all the way to a really low part of the bike here. The only drawback for me is that I hang all of my bikes vertically now, and the fold I can't set vertically because it gets here and then it scratches the fender. I haven't scratched it, but it's gotten close. The Discover 2 is the same way. This is really for protecting you from rain. That's great for protecting you, but because I mount my bikes vertically, doesn't really help me none. But most people don't do that. I do have the strap still here for when you fold it. They provide a strap so you can strap the bike together so it doesn't unfold. Maybe they can improve that system and make this integrated and make it better. Now this does have the Velotric hub motor. It is a 750 watt hub motor at this price point. That's really nice to see, as well as it has a cadence sensor, and that cadence sensor does work really well for a cadence sensor. It might be one of the best ones I've seen. Very responsive. It almost seems like you have a torque sensor on this bike, but it's just very smooth, I guess is the right term. The seat's pretty standard, nothing special about it, but it is pretty cushy. However, I would recommend upgrading to like a Cloud 9 or something like that. Those seats are a lot better, and I am planning on doing a seat video. I've talked about this for years. Hopefully I can get around to making one, because I do have some seat recommendations that I think you guys would like better than some of these stock seats. We'll take the battery off in a minute, but first we're going to come over here to the dash. We are going to power up the Velotric, and I'm just going to kind of show you everything about it here. But here are the grips. These grips are absolutely amazing. I love them. I love the comfort. They're super grippy. I like the way they have the grip on the back here, and then a different type of grip on the front where your palm rests. I think that is very nice. They don't move at all. They are locking. Having the locking grips is really nice, so you don't have to worry about them moving. If you want them to move, you can actually twist them, but you're not going to have to worry about them moving on you when you're riding the bike. They stay in place really well. And then over here you have your Shimano trigger shifter, which is kind of rare to see when you have a Tourney derailleur. So this is actually kind of a step up. I like that. And the reason they have that is because they have the thumb throttle over here and they don't have the twist throttle. I actually prefer this setup. I really like having my thumb throttle on the left hand side and the triggers over here on the right. I like the screen. I haven't used it yet, but we're going to do that now. So let's pull that off and we're going to power that on. To turn on the headlight and tail light, you push and hold the plus button. That'll dim your screen a little bit, and then your headlight and tail light are functioning. So there they are. Okay, this one tells you how to use your display. It has a Type-C charging port underneath. Long press the power and plus button for 20 seconds when the e-bike is off. They have a misspelling there. So we're holding power and plus for 20 seconds. Okay, there's that. So we can go all the way up to 28, got that, and then long press the power button to save adjusted speed. All right, well that's how you unlock it. That's pretty simple. And then we have one more thing to clip off here, and that's the UL certification. And one of the great things about the Velotric e-bikes is they're all UL certified, and they even give you their number here so you can look them up to confirm that they are actually certified. It's UL 2849, which is the one that covers everything. Very, very nice that they have that. So your battery, your charger, all your electronics are certified, and you shouldn't have to worry about any disasters happening to it. All right, while the bike is powered off, we are going to take the battery off so I can show you that. So all we'll do here is unlock it, and you just have to turn it and then pull up, which this is kind of tricky. And then the battery just slides out like that. And we can look at the battery. It does have Velotric's name on it. 46.8 volts. 54.6 is what your charger is going to charge this at. And to put this back in, you slide this down and it clicks in place. And this is the Velotric Fold 1. If you guys have any questions at all or want more information, please leave it down in the comment section. If you guys are interested in purchasing a Velotric e-bike, whether it's the Fold or any of their other ones, go check out their website. The link will be at the top of the description. If there's any coupon codes, I will also leave it down there as well. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, I just hit 7,000 subscribers, so thank you all for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, it really does help out the channel, and I truly appreciate every one of y'all that are subscribing to my channel and watching my videos, so thank you. If you like the Velotric Fold 1, make sure you hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. There's one more thing I forgot to show you guys. So I forgot to mention, so the Fold 1 is IPX6 rated, but the battery is IPX7, so you can literally jump in a pool with it and it'll be fine. You won't have to worry about it shorting out when you plug it back into your bike. You just gotta let it dry off first. And here we are back from our swim. We're gonna put this on and see if it powers up now. And let's go ahead and hit the power button and see what happens. Oh, there we go.